So today we are starting with data and statistics, and then we'll go to probability. These two are related topics, that's why I had picked up that. Yeah, Gitesh, you have still raised your hand.
What about geometric relationships?
Okay, we'll pick that also. Geometric relationships, when you talk about, you're essentially talking about angle relationships, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll talk about that. So let's start with something. I'm just thinking. Data, statistics, and probability are relatable. Geometric relationships or angle relationships are a little different. So okay, let's start with angle relationship. Let it be a very interactive class for next 50 minutes. Okay. And what
you can do the topic you chose first.
No. So I'm not doing data and statistics first and then probability and then go to geometric relationship, because data statistics and probability will take a little longer. Okay, that'll go on for next 3-4 class. So once I start these two topics, I will not be able to go back to anything else. That's why I'm trying to do angle relationships right now. Can you stop dancing, please? Still, yeah. Okay, so we are talking about angle relationship. What does it mean? What do you mean by geometric relationships or angle relationships?
Relating angles.
That's the English definition. What else?
Relating
Tell me.
Wait, what was it gonna be then?
relating angles. Relationships.
So I think they're like it like be like a classified of angles, like which one is, I forgot the name, like which angle is 180, which was 360, like those angles.
Angle relationship or geometric relationship relates to the concepts around how one shape or angle is related to each other. What is the value of one of the angle if you know the other angle? Let me give you guys an example.
A square plus B square.
Okay. No, that is Pythagorean. A square plus B square
What
plus
about
C.
SSS?
That is congruence. We're not talking about congruence right now. We're talking about geometric relationships. Okay. So now let's look at this. If I know this angle and I know this angle, if I say this is 30 degree and this is 40 degree, how much is this angle? Don't jump. Trust me, there's no prize or award for anybody. Just do your calculation, use your sketchbook, and then even if you take 2 seconds more to give the answer, yeah.
70.
Okay. So again, I'm just setting the context for this class. I'm saying that if you note these two angles and if that helps you derive what this angle would be, that is essentially what is going to be the boundary or scope of what do we mean by angle relationship. These two angles have some relationship with this angle. While people might say, okay, these two are inside the triangle, this is outside. Why? There's a reason for it. If somebody says,
I got it.
yeah, no, that was not a valid question itself. I mean, that was just to set the context or tone for this class. Yes, Gitesh. Yeah, Gitesh, you have raised your hand.
Is it 70?
Yeah, that was, see, I have not started teaching yet. I was just telling you that this is how you relate things. Okay? Now, let me make it more interesting for you guys. If I say, these two angles are known, tell me the value of this angle now. How much is this angle?
Wait, did we count the angle from the last question?
Wait, is it half?
No. Did I say so?
Is it half?
By looking at this picture, what would be your best guess? And I'm interested in hearing your thought process than hearing your answer.
So
No. Did you do your sketch work? Can I see in your notebook? That will not go anywhere. Just telling story is not relevant. Hello Ritika. Hi Sanvita. Ritika, can you hear me okay?
Oh yeah, sorry, my volume was on mute, so I didn't hear you. For
It's okay. So basically we have picked up two things that we'll cover for next couple of days. So today we are talking about angle relationship, and tomorrow onwards we'll start talking about data and statistics, and then we'll go to probability also. Okay? So we just started. So we are starting with angle relationship or geometric relationships. So this is the question that I've given you guys. That this is a triangle, and then I'm saying find out this angle. I have not given you guys any other information. I'm saying this angle is 30 degree, this is 40 degree. Find out this angle. And who can give me the answer? Answer could be wrong. I'm more interested in finding out how you will approach this problem. What is your thought process behind it? That is more important for me. Have you done any sketch work in your book, notebook? Just telling me story is not going to be anywhere. Not going to go anywhere. Myra, Gitesh, Ritika, Pranav, Sanvita, Dikshita, Tanu, Nihan. So what is the thumbs up for? I want to hear your thought process. How will you find out this one? And if you are making the assumption, you have to tell me that as well. Yes, Gitesh.
I think you would first add 40 and 30, and then you subtract that by 180 because a triangle is
No. So did you do that scratch work?
Yeah.
How much is that? Then you tell me the answer first. Then you tell me what is your approach.
Oh, my answer was 35.
35 degrees. Okay. Let me pause you there. Let's see what Dikshita has to say.
Since like a triangle like adds up to
You-
180,
You tell me the answer first. Then I will let you speak up your mind. Okay.
I got 70.
You got 70. Okay. How much did you get? Abhi?
35.
How much?
35.
35. Okay. Okay. Now, Ritika, Sanvita. Yeah, Ritika. How much did you
I
get?
got 35 as well.
You got 35 as well. And I have a surprise for you all. Okay? Okay? Yep. Nihan, how much did you get?
35.
Okay. Okay. And Sanvita?
I got 35, but I'm not sure if it's right since it was just like a prediction based on how it looked.
Okay. Now, a question to all of you who got 35. Probably I'll let two of you speak. Why do you think 35 is the answer, and what was the assumption on that? Quick.
So we add 30 and 40 to get 70 and subtract 180 from all the angles. You get 110. As shown, there's a straight angle, so we have to minus 180 to get 70. And just by prediction, it looks like it's split in half, so we can get 35.
Okay. Yeah, Ritika, what was your reasoning for this?
Like, I just found like the angle, like that's like, so 40 plus 30, and then you subtract that from 180.
Mhm.
And then I assumed that like the x and then the other angle in the middle was like equal. So then I divided, and then a straight line like adds up to like 180. So then I did 180 minus 110. Then I did 70 divided by 2 and got 35.
Okay. Gitesh, what was your reasoning?
I basically kind of did the same thing.
Okay.
I just added 40
Okay.
and 30 and I got
Yep.
70 and then minus by 180 I got 110 and then minus that by
Okay.
180 just straight
No,
line.
okay.
And then
I got that. Let's see what Sangeeta has to say. Yeah, Sangeeta, what was your reasoning?
I use the same process of
Okay.
adding them up to 180.
And the good news is everybody is wrong.
What? How's that the good news?
Yeah. And whoever got 70, that is anyways out of question. That is wrong as well. So that's why I'm saying everybody is wrong. Because you guys did not think on in one direction. And that direction is, see, just by seeing two angles, you are assuming that this is dividing by 2. Why did you not think that this line and this line are parallel? Any reason for that? That would have been a better assumption. Because, see, why would I randomly see? This line could be like this or like this also. Then what would be your guess? That is not a reasonable guess. What I'm saying is, this line I have purposefully drawn to be parallel to this guy.
You had a case of perspective.
Yeah, because see, visually also if you see, by the going by the optics also, this angle and this angle doesn't look same. Nobody can say, I know my eyes are not powerful enough. I take my glasses off to see things better. I'm saying, visually also if you see, do you guys think that this angle from here to here is same as this angle? Does it look to be the same? No, right? So that means this assumption doesn't seem to be right. The assumption that I made here was these two lines are parallel to each other. Now look at the calculation. These two angles are 30 and 40. So that means this will be 110 degree. That is how it will make 180 degree for a triangle. Now, if this is 40 degree, this will be 40 degree as well. Because if you have two parallel lines, these are called opposite internal angles. They are same. We'll come back to that relationship, if you guys don't recall that. So this angle being 40, this will be 40. So this became 110 plus 40, 150. This angle will be
30.
30 degree only. Nobody gave me 30. That's why I was saying everybody is wrong. Yeah? Now, this comes back to the point that do we all understand the relationship between the angles when we're talking about parallel lines? Let's do a quick recap of that and then we'll come back to this. Yeah, any questions? Anything that I forced on you guys from understanding point of view?
Sir,
Yep.
you're glitching.
Is everybody able to hear me okay? Or it's only Gitesh?
I can hear you fine and clear.
Gitesh, you cannot blame me.
Same too.
It might be a network glitch at your end, but okay. So you can disconnect. If anybody is facing a problem, disconnect and join back again. This might solve the problem. Okay. Okay. Now let's go back to the basics. These two are parallel lines. I'm forcing you guys to believe that because my drawing skills are not amazing. Okay. So I'm saying these are two parallel lines, and this is the third line which is intersecting them. If yeah, Gitesh,
I think it's on.
what is that? Gitesh, you're saying something? You have to be on mute when your teacher is talking, okay? I'll let you talk when your turn comes. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. What is this one? Stem and leaf plots. Okay, these are the topics that we're talking about. Okay. Alright. Can everybody hear me okay? Okay. Now, I'm saying these are two parallel lines. And this is the third line intersecting them. I hope everybody knows what is a parallel line, right? No doubts about it. Any doubt? No? Okay. Now, when we have two parallel lines and the third line is intersecting them, if I say this angle is 40 degree, can you tell me how much will be this angle?
40 degrees. Or 140.
See, whatever you are saying right now, that is in thin air. It will be better if you do it on a notebook and then talk about it. Okay, yeah, Ritika.
Like it would be like 4 degrees because of like alternate like exterior angles.
Alternate exterior angles, or you can always say, okay, this is 40, this is 40, opposite angles, right? Two lines are intersecting each other, so this will be 40. If this is 40, this will be 40 as well. These are alternate interior angles, and then these two are opposite, so 40. Yeah. So there's a story, right? This is equal to this. These two are equal, and these two are opposite. So the thumb rule that we have to remember here when we are talking about parallel lines and intersecting lines, if you have a pair of parallel lines and the third line intersects, these are called corresponding angles. This and this are called corresponding angles, 1 and 1. This and this are called corresponding angles. This and this are called corresponding angles. This and this are called corresponding angles. The way you have to look at it is, let's say 1 and 1, these two are called corresponding angles because both the angles are on the same side of the intersecting line and above both the parallel lines. Able to follow? Yeah. So these are parallel lines, and we are saying this one, and this one are corresponding angles because both are on the same side of the intersecting line and above the two parallel lines. So that's why they are corresponding. If I say that these two red angles, angle 2 and this angle 2, are corresponding angle, again same reasoning. It's on the same side of intersecting line and both are below the parallel lines. So this is below this line and this is below this line. Similarly, this one 3 and 3, same rule applies. Both are on this side of the parallel line and both are below the parallel lines. Both are on this side of the intersecting line and both are below the parallel lines. Similarly, if you look at this and this, both are corresponding angles because they are both on the same side of the intersecting line and both are above the parallel lines. Okay? Yeah, Dikshita? Able to follow? Gitesh, are you able to hear me okay? Gitesh, are you able to hear me okay? Gitesh doesn't want to hear me. And that's not okay. Alright. So coming back to this. So one thumb rule or rule of thumb, whatever you call it is, if you have a pair of parallel lines and the third line intersects both of them, your corresponding angles will be the same. Corresponding angles will have same value. Same value. Now which all are called corresponding? This and this are called corresponding. 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 Why they are called corresponding? Because they have something similar. Meaning on the same side of the intersecting line and be it above or below the parallel lines. Okay? So corresponding angles are same. This is one rule. Second rule is that this and this are called interior opposite angles. Interior opposite angles, meaning they are opposite side of the intersecting line. This is this side, but both are interior, meaning between the parallel lines. So interior opposite angles are also same. This angle will be same as this one, and this angle will be same as this one. Now you will say why? Now look at this. We found that corresponding angles are same, meaning this angle and this angle are same, and these two are opposite angles, so these two have to be same. Yep. Is it making sense, or I'm getting you guys more worried?
Makes sense.
Make sense? Okay. Myra's worried.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Myra's worried. Myra's worried. She said yes, sir.
She's always worried.
She's always worried. Okay. Now, so one rule of thumb is corresponding angles will be the same, and opposite interior angles are also same. Are same. Now, if you ask me, will the opposite exterior angles be same? That's a question to you guys. Will the opposite exterior angles be same?
Opposite interior.
Of
Yes.
exterior.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So first of all, somebody has to tell me what is called, let's say this is my parallel line and this is my intersecting line. Somebody has to tell me, let's say this is 1 and this is 1, okay? This is also 1. No, let me not do that. Let's say this is 2. Let me not do that also. This is 2, this is 3, and this is 4. This is 5, this is 6, this is 7, and this is angle 8. Now tell me which are the pair of angles which are called exterior opposite angles. Give me one pair.
7 and 1.
7 and 1. Okay. Yeah, Ritika?
4 and 6.
4 and 6. Okay. So 7, angle 7 and 1. We are saying these are exterior angles. We don't know whether it's equal or not. Second combination I'm getting is 4 and 6. Yeah, Gitesh. What is your guess?
I was gonna say 7.
7 1. Okay. How about you, Sanvita?
2 and 8.
Say that again.
2 and 8.
2 and 8. These are opposite interior angles because both are interior. Okay. Here the question was opposite exterior angles. Yep. Ritika, you had anything to add?
No, I was just double checking if it was just exterior angles or
Yeah.
opposite.
Yes.
Okay. What you just said.
6.
1 and 6. 1 and 6. Opposite exterior angles. They are not opposite. They are the same side of the intersecting line.
Oh.
Yeah, Gitesh. So now, that's okay. Now we are saying that angle 1 and angle 7. So let me delete all other ones. 1 and 7. Four and 6. Okay, so here what I got confirmation from you guys is that angle 1 and 7, meaning this one, this red one and this red one, are called opposite exterior angles, and 4 and 6 are called other exterior opposite angles, opposite exterior angles. So first thing we are checking, these two are opposite meaning on the different side of the intersecting line, so that is true, and both are exterior also, so they are opposite exterior angles. That is one thing. Similarly, these two 4 and 6 also same thing. Now we are trying to find out that are these two angles same or not. Let's figure it out. Let's say if I will color everything red. If this is red, this is going to be red as well. Because these are opposite angles, right? When you have two lines intersecting each other, this and this are called opposite angles and they are always same. This and this are opposite angles and they are same. So here it's like two lines are intersecting each other, these are opposite angles, same. Now this angle and this angle will be same because of this. No, not because of this. Because of this. Opposite interior angles. These two became opposite interior angles. They are same. and then this will be same as the first. So we can say that 7 and 1 are same. Okay? And we are trying to make a rule out of it. 4 and 6. If you look at 4 and 6, same thing here. If this is green, if this is green, that means this is green, meaning these two are same. And this will be the same because opposite interior angles, and these two will be same. So we are seeing that these two are also same. That means the two pair of opposite exterior angles we have, they are also same. So this is the third rule of thumb that we can derive from this. That if you have a pair of parallel lines and the third line intersects, so if you have a pair of parallel lines and the third line intersects, these three things apply. Meaning your corresponding angles will be the same, your opposite interior angles will be the same, and opposite exterior angles will also be the same. These three things you have to keep in mind. Or you can further crunch it and say, if I have a pair of parallel lines and the third line intersects, my corresponding angles will be the same, and opposite interior and exterior angles will be the same as well. Opposite interior and exterior both will be the same. Does it make sense?
Yes, sir.
Now let's go back to what we were trying to grapple with. So, if I show you guys this diagram and say, make some assumptions, okay? I mean, because my drawing skills will probably give you a bit of a nightmare at times. So, you'll have to make assumptions. So, if you give me any answer, you have to make assumptions and tell me why you think this answer is correct or valid, and what is the assumption that you have made. So this is x and this is y. I want to find out the value of x and value of y. Do it. Dancing would not help. So everybody saw it, right? I drew this one first. Then I am saying this is 45 degree, this is 68 degree. I want to know what is the value of x. And from this vertex I have drawn a perpendicular, so that makes it 90 degree. I am saying what is the value of y.
Are the lines parallel? Are the lines parallel?
I am saying you make your assumptions. I will let you guys assume.
Is your drawing skills parallel?
Make your assumptions and tell me the answer. Why would I tell you right now? Yaritika?
Should I tell you my answers that I
Sure.
Okay, so for y I got 23 degrees and for x I got 45 degrees.
Okay. So just because you got the first place for answering this question, while we are waiting for everybody else, you can just review it once, make sure that your assumptions are revalidated, so that if you have an opportunity for correcting it, you can come back to me.
Okay.
Yeah. So you'll do a better job if you try drawing it on a notebook.
I'm thinking of how many ways to solve it.
Okay. Deekshita.
And for the y, I got 23, and for the x, I got 45.
Okay, then I'm not writing it again. You both got same number. You both are friends.
Same.
You also got same. Show me your notebook. But how? You just wrote the numbers.
I know, I added 45 and 60.
Okay. Yes, Anita.
I want the same answer.
Four friends so far in the classroom. Okay.
I got x is 45 because that's parallel.
You got x equal to
45.
45. So again, hold your horses for now. Your horses are not tamed, going in all possible directions. I'll come back to you. I would want certainly want to hear your thing. Why I'm stopping you guys from giving an explanation, because otherwise others who are still thinking how to go about it might get biased. That's the reason. Okay?
What does bias mean?
Influenced.
Oh.
Okay, I'll just fill this water bottle and come back in a minute, okay? While you guys are trying to finish that.
Stop touching me. You are gay. Monkey, you gay.
Racism.
Shut up.
Okay.
You go so much.
Yep. Who is ready? Your saving kit?
She gives easy game.
You tell her.
Okay. So, alright. So, Myra, where are you?
She disappeared.
I'm here.
So, I mean, when I asked that question, what I meant was, what is the answer?
So y equals 23 and x equals 45.
Okay. So everybody is doing copy paste.
Yay!
Copy paste of the answer. Okay. So without making everybody wait, Thanu, are you close to being done or you are still doing it?
Close to being done.
Okay. I'll give you one more minute and then I'll start hearing everybody's point of view.
My POV.
I got 23 angles because I guessed.
Hmm?
I got y 23 because I guessed.
He copied and
It
pasted.
was a lucky guess.
Totally.
From where you are learning all these styles?
School. Ask Myra about it.
Change your school.
Ask Myra about it. She'll know. Just tell her what is. Just ask about what is Gen Z.
I know all that crap.
Okay.
This kid is the Yatu.
That is out of syllabus for me right now. Next 20 minutes, I'm only talking one thing, that is math.
MATH.
Harvard University.
Okay. So let's come back to everybody's point of view. So, Yagitesh.
Is y 30 and x 19?
Why 30 and x 19? Interesting.
That's a very interesting
19.
answer.
Stop blabbering unnecessarily, beta. Yep, yeah, Gitesh, one more time.
Y is 30 and x is 90.
30 and 90?
Yeah.
30 and 90, x is 90, you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay, y is 30, okay. We'll see. We'll see. Okay? Yes, Anvita.
Are we sharing like how we got the answer yet?
I'll come to that. That's what I was waiting for. So now I heard most of you. So, okay. So I got some answers here. Most of you got y equal to 23 and x equal to 45. And only Gitesh gave me y equal to 30 and x equal to 90. So Gitesh, can you explain what is the reason behind that? And how you approach, how did you come to that value? What all did you assume?
The 45 plus 60
68.
is 105, and then
No, this is not 60. This is 68.
oh, I think that. Well, I thought that was 60.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
That looked like a 60.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it was not very clear. I know. But yeah. Okay. So that is one part. That's okay. I will not care about the calculation part. Okay. But what did you do after that?
I
Get-
subtracted that by.
Stop that.
I subtracted 180 by 105, left gave me 75, and then I did 60. I guess that's what I thought it was. 60, and you know the upper, the one that got 70 for the that, and
Which
I,
one? This one?
No, I got. Yes, that one.
That one you got 60. So I'll say let's say 67. Okay. Then
25. And then I kind of did the 60 and this one angle next to that. I did the interior.
okay. So I am not probably wanting to go down the rabbit hole by looking at the numbers. Okay. What are the assumptions you made, Gitesh?
One assumption was like I did interior.
No, is this a parallelogram or not? That is my first question.
It's about a
Everybody assumed that to be parallelogram, correct? Ritika, Sanvita, Dikshita, everybody? Yeah? Here, Rehan. You got a little late for the class, but that's okay. Yep. So, everybody assumed this to be a parallelogram, right? Anybody in the class who did not assume that?
I thought it was a trapezoid at first. but-
Yeah, but it was not.
No, there's no bonus or candy for blabbering. Give me a reasonable answer first. Did you assume this to be a parallelogram or not?
Yeah.
Okay, then stay there. No, and trust me, I don't like that extra smartness. Okay, that there's no value for that. Okay, please don't do that. Don't use that. Yeah. Okay. So Arihan, you joined a little late. Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So right now.
Dorm, so like the internet wasn't there for a bit.
Okay, that's understood. So you'll have to watch the video of the class to catch up. We just started with relationship of angles. We talked about what are the angles that are same when you talk about a pair of parallel lines being intersected by a third line. And then right now we are just playing with the angles. So if you find something a little difficult to catch up, it's okay. Let's go back to Ritika. Ritika, do you want to explain what all you assumed and then how did you come to the point that you were sharing?
Okay, so I found like the angle in the last angle in the triangle, which was 68, and then sorry, I didn't do that. So for x, I used it's 45 degrees because these two lines are parallel, and so like we can use corresponding angles to find that they're the same. And then I found the middle angle, the one between 68 and 45, by doing 180 minus 68 plus 45. And then from there, I got 67 degrees.
Uh-huh.
And then because you said that line where the 90-degree angle like was like a altitude or stuff, so that's like a height. So then both sides are 90 degrees. Because
What?
180 minus 90 is 90.
Uh-huh.
And then for this one, I found you can like prove that like both of those triangles are congruent. So then the top two angles are like similar. So the top two angles are like congruent as well. And then for the top angle, I got 23 because I did 180 minus 90 minus 67.
Okay. So probably I'm also not able to follow because of my aptitude level. So let me do it, and you guys can stop me if I'm going wrong anywhere, okay? Or if it is different from the way you thought about it. So when I look at this diagram, the first thing that comes to my mind is or the assumption that I would make is, okay, this is a parallelogram. This part is a parallelogram, meaning this line is parallel to this line is parallel to this. So this line is like the diagonal or this kind of intersecting both the parallel lines. These two or these two both. And then this line is extended to make it a 180 degree. So there is a straight line. And then from here, this is a perpendicular drop here. So let's go step by step. Now this one is easy to find. I know two of the angles, so this one I can find. So this plus this is 40 plus 60, 100, 130. These two together is 130. So this angle will be
67.
180 minus 113, which is 67. Okay, so this angle is found 67 degree. Now, without worrying too much about things, always see based on what you know, what else you can find immediately. Now look at this. These two are parallel lines and this is intersecting line. This angle and this angle becomes my opposite interior angles. These are parallel lines, these two are opposite interior angles. So this is 67, this is also 67. As soon as you found these two, what is this one? This plus this is 180. This plus this is how much? 120, 135. And including this will become 180. So this plus this equal to 180. So this becomes 180 minus 135. So whoever got 45 degree for x was right, and I think most of you got the same value. Okay. Now this one is found. Now this guy looks little interesting. So look at this. If you know this angle is 68 degree, now look at these two lines are parallel lines, and this is the intersecting line. If you know this is 68 degrees, then this will be 68 degree as well. Because between these two parallel lines and this intersecting line, these two are opposite interior angles. So these two will be the same. So this is 68, this is 68. Now here, this plus this has to be 90 degree. Because this is 90 degree already. So 68 plus something will be 90 degree. 68 plus something which is y equal to 90 degree. What will be y value? 90 minus 68, 22. Who got me 22? Nobody.
I guess.
Wait, how does it 68 if it's 67?
Stop making that noise, please. Yeah. What is it?
Why did you turn 67 into 68?
Which one I turned?
And like the upper triangle.
This one?
Yeah,
This is 68 only.
68.
Because look at this. This is a pair of parallel lines, and this is an intersecting line. This angle becomes opposite interior angles. It was a close miss. You guys got 23. I'm saying it is 22.
Wait, can you repeat that?
Yeah, I will. So somebody raise hand. Who was raising hand? I just want to make sure that you guys are able to follow me.
That was I just hacked into the system.
You enjoy pissing off people? Don't do that. Okay. Now, here in this one, most of you got this answer right. This one, x value got right. Most of you, 90% of you. But this one, I did not hear anybody say 22. So I'm just trying to emphasize on why I'm getting 22, and I want to stay corrected if I did not get it right. So let's look at it. This is the triangle. This was our starting point. We assume that this is a parallelogram. Okay, that was the assumption we made. Within this triangle, this is 68, this is 65. So 68 plus 65 becomes 113. And these three together have to make it 180. So 180 minus 113 got us 67. So we got this angle. Now that is why I was wasting so much of time talking to you guys that okay, if I have pair of parallel lines, third line intersects, opposite interior angles will be the same. So you found that this is 67, so this will be 67 because these are my parallel lines, these two are my opposite interior angles. We found that one. So if this plus this is
130.
135 and adding this will make it 180 degrees, so you got this as 45 degrees. This part is okay so far? Now, when we came to this angle, we don't want to do anything fancy. We wanted to start with what we already know. So now, since we know this angle as 68 degree and we have assumed that this is a parallelogram, this line is parallel to this one and this line is parallel to this one. Now look at these two pair of parallel lines. I mean these two as a pair of parallel lines. This angle is 68, so this has to be 68 as well because this is my intersecting line. So these are my opposite interior angles. If this is 68, this is 90, we have to just find out how much is this one. So this plus this is 180. This is already 90. So this plus this is 90. So this will be 68 plus y equal to 90. Y equal to 90 minus 68, which is 22. Clear? Not clear.
Clear.
Clear?
Yes, sir.
Sort of clear.
Sort of clear?
Oh, I get it.
You get it now? See, it's just about, see, your starting point has to be right. That this is your parallelogram. As soon as you saw that first thing that will come to your mind based on your understanding of the properties of the parallelogram is that these two lines will be parallel and these two lines will be parallel. As simple as that. Now when you know that these two lines are parallel, that will help you in the long way. First thing is a triangle. This is the easiest speaking, right? You can find out these two sum minus 180 minus sum of these two, you see this angle. As soon as you got this angle and this angle are the opposite interior angle of this parallel lines. You got this angle. These two plus this 180 degree. You got this one. Now you have to find out this one. And to know this angle, you know that you have to find this angle and this angle. This angle is known. This angle is to be found. And which angle is same as this angle? This one. Because these two are parallel lines, opposite interior angles. You found that. So if you found these two angles, who will not be able to find out the value of what? Everybody clear? Did Gitesh clear? Sanvita clear?
Yeah.
Ritika clear? Arihan, little bit clear? I know because we did not talk about things here. Alright. Now, so see, this is not a complex problem. This is an easy one. But what happens is, when we do the calculation, like some of you told me, I made a guess. Your
Don't
guess
feel
was?
sleepy.
Your guess was y equal to 23, x equal to 45 degrees. This was a guess. Some of you solved. Whoever solved got a wrong answer would know how to correct it. Somebody who guessed will not know what will be the next guess.
I did the work.
So that's what I'm saying. So guessing doesn't help. That my message is very clear. I'm saying when you have a problem to solve, don't guess. Get your hands dirty. I keep talking about getting your hands dirty always, right? See, my hands always get dirty. Because when you deal with them, when you break your head with that, when you practice it, when you make it like a muscle memory, it will come easy to you. You can sit in a corner and keep on making wonderful guesses. Why to go for a small number? You say y equal to 1.4 million degrees. At least you will feel rich. 1.4 million degree. Yeah?
Well, that's a crazy number.
Right? So no, what I'm trying to say here is, math is all about practice, trust me. If I can dare to teach you guys now at this age, it's because when I was your age, probably I practiced enough. You do your Pushpa thing also now. You start doing the Pushpa thing also.
Wow.
You have been doing this, I'm saying make it a full semicircle. Semicircle, right? 180 degrees from here to here.
No, do it 360.
Yeah, that could be a better idea. So don't waste your time showing me those turns which is not related to maths.
1.4 million degrees are all.
Okay, come back. Pushpa is over. Pushpa, whatever money Pushpa had to make, he has already made. Stop it there. Come back. So now let's play with math a little bit more. Don't make a sound. Okay. So I'm saying find out this angle, which is x, and find out this angle, which is y, and find out this angle, which is z.
Why make this question so complicated?
What is complicated about it?
Why is it in a circle?
I liked it.
He likes circles.
I love circles. I love going in circles.
He likes tires.
So, yep. Yes, Anvita.
What's the angle on the right triangle? I can't really see it because of the
This
light.
one?
Same.
Here? This one?
Yeah.
It is 15. 15. 1 5.
Okay. Thank you.
Mhm.
And is the one next to it 90?
Next to one is 90. Yeah.
Can I drop it? Wait, is the one on the right supposed to be a triangle or not?
Which one?
The one on the right, like the really far right.
I got for x and y. It's 45.
Complete it and then tell me.
You know, angle Z, is that supposed to be a triangle or just an angle?
Just an angle, right? I mean, whatever you see is what you have to believe.
Okay. I'm just drawing the diagram.
Yes, Anvita.
For X, I got 15.
Okay.
For Z, I got 75.
Okay.
And then for Y, I also got 75.
Okay. Anybody got different value than this?
For x and y, I got 45, but z, I got actually never mind.
I agree with that. That one thing. I agree with that one.
Yay, Anvita got one more vote.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right.
What did you even do?
Let's see what Nihan has to say.
I like these angles.
For X, I got 25, and for Z and Y, I got 75.
X you got 25. Okay. And Z and Y you got 75. Okay. Yep. X 25. Okay, I'll come to that. Okay. Yeah, Gitesh. No, don't move that. This will fall. Yeah.
Z, I got 75. And then Y, I also got 75 because,
The because part will come later.
okay.
Yeah, Dikshita.
For Z and Y, I got 75. For the X, I got 15.
15. So same
Yes,
as Sarvita, right? Okay.
Yes.
Sarvita got one more vote. Yay. Let's see. All right. Ritika.
Not done yet. I'm just checking something.
Yeah, Nihan.
I got x and 45.
I added a little 10 by accident to the number, so can I reduce it?
Yes, sure.
X and
Your
y,
answer is not logged yet.
x and y got 45. But no one listened to me.
And I don't think nobody wants to.
X and Y you got 45. Good. You get 45 now. And examination you will get another one.
No, I'm not getting it.
0.
Yay!
Yay!
Yes.
Wait,
Yep.
Mr.
Rehan.
What's also his GPA?
So for X, I got 75. For Y, I got 15. And
X.
for Z,
X you got 35. This one X.
Wait, so for Z, I got 75.
Okay. And then
For Y, I got 15.
Y you got 15.
Yeah.
Y is here, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And for X, I got 75.
So X you got 75, Y you got 15, and Z you got 75. Okay, guys, stop playing.
He's trying to steal my notebook.
No, no, no.
Wait, actually, no. I think I switched up X and Y.
Okay, okay. No, that's why I was trying to come back to you. So you guys are not giving me a chance. First, Nihan gave me a chance. I was excited that I'll give him an opportunity to correct, but he corrected himself, which is a good sign. Myra, what is the answer?
So solve it.
Still solving.
Show yours.
Guys, don't do that. I mean, if you think that I enjoy scolding you guys, the answer is no. But then, do I mind scolding you guys? The answer is no again. So, if you give me a chance, then I have no choice.
Stop going. Just enjoy class.
It's all the time.
That looks like triangle.
It has her favorite sheep.
No, I'm not interested in that one right now. Okay. So I think everybody's got it. Some of you might not have gotten it by now, but there's one magical formula that I want to teach you guys before, after doing this one. So that's why I'm kind of rushing through it. Okay, it's already time. Oh, okay. I'll keep the magical formula for next week. Not next week, for tomorrow. Here, I'll quickly go through this. The first assumption I would make is this is 90 degree. So this is 90 degree, this is 15 degree. I would not even want to worry about it. My next assumption is these two are parallel lines. So this is 15, this has to be 15. Opposite interior angles. If this is 15, this guy has no other choice but to be 90 degree minus 15, which is 75. Because this is already 90. So this is 75. If this is 75, again same thing. These two are parallel lines, opposite interior angles. Yep.
75.
75. Now, the magical formula that I wanted to tell you guys relating to this is called 2n minus 4 into 90 degree.
What?
Thank you so much for teaching this formula.
Okay. 2n minus 4 into 90 degree. This is magical formula because if you want to know any polygon, sum of all the angles of a polygon, you will put n as a number of sides and you will get it. If you are talking about a triangle, 2 into number of sides is 3 minus 4 into 90 degree. 6 minus 4, 2 into 90 degree, 180 degree. If you're talking about a quadrilateral, we'll put 4 in place of n. So 2 into 4 minus 4 into 90.
Which way you done?
That becomes 2 into 4 is 8 minus 4 is 4. 4 into 90, 360 degree. Sum of all the angles of a quadrilateral is this much. You don't have to memorize all this. Just remember this magical formula where you will put n as a number of sides and that gives you the sum of all the angles in a polygon.
So it's like a gun is equal 1440.
Yeah, that's what. I mean, you talk about a polygon with 20 sides, put n equal to 20 and that will give you the sum of all the angles. When I say sum of all the angles, I am talking about the angle inside this. This. So this is a 1, 2, this has how many sides? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sides. Heptagon. Sum of all the angles. I'll put a 7 here and I'll give the sum of all the angles here. Yep. So that brings us to the end of the class. I see parents getting worried about the extended class, so I'll let you guys go. See you guys tomorrow, same time.